Hey everybody, welcome to another spontaneous toy review by Toy Wizards. That's toy-wizards.com. I'm your host, Scott Zillner, and today we're doing a toy that is very much dear to my heart. It's even on my skin, and that's Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes is my favorite figure in pop culture stuff, even more so than Batman, but just by a smidge. Like 89 Batmans here and Snake Eyes is just right above them. I love them both, but I don't have a Batman tattoo. I have a Snake Eyes tattoo. So there you go. We have reviewed the Hasbro Pulse exclusive version before. So now we're going to review the regular version, and it's the last of the current wave of G.I. Joe classified figures that I have not reviewed because I've been keeping it for last because I care for it that much. I also have a couple other things here that we're going to, do. This is the Hong Kong version 6-inch before the classified came out. And I have the old school version 2 because it matches the ones that we're doing. This is the figure. I do carry and sell these cases. I'll put a link down in the comments. Every time I show them off, I always get somebody asking me, where can I get those? We do sell them. They fit the G.I. Joe figures. They fit Power Ranger figures. They fit wrestling figures. They fit Marvel Legend figures. Great little cases if you want to protect your square box figure. Ta-da! All right. And as normal, this packaging follows a very set guideline. We have spine art of Snake Eyes. We have spine art of his skills. His number one skill is death. There's a skull there, okay? Then he's got a sword, close combat. He's got an eye with it marked out, classified. And then he's got what looks like the G.I. Joe and a ninja symbol. So he's G.I. Joe and a ninja, G.I. Joe ninja. We knew all that. That's nothing new. Let's open this package. There we go. I want to be careful with it. Wasn't it that careful? In the back, of course, beautiful art. I love that art. Da-da-da. Nothing in there but a little piece of paper saying in lots of languages, don't eat the toy. I don't generally eat them. Looking at the toy the first time, not in the package, there's a couple added bits on here which are not included with that one. But then again, the gun is different than the one that he gets, so that's a little different. Interesting. I wonder if they did any improvements. I doubt it, but let's pull him out. Let's bust him out. You can't see me looking at him. You need to look at him. Right off the bat, this one's a little more loose in the waist area, and he is not. So he's a little tighter in the torso section for its articulation. It is just all black on black. The only time there's other colors on here are the Arashikage symbol on his belt buckle, on his chest, and it looks like there's a tiny bit on the top of his head. As normal, he has a side holster that will hold his gun and silencer, and another one for his knife. I tested that out on the Hasbro Pulse version. And the Hasbro Pulse version has like colored pants, a colored web belt, a colored chest. The armbands are also a color again, and it breaks up the monotony of just black on black. However, it is gloss and matte. I would have probably wanted some grays in there. We take a look at our original Snake Eyes, and you can see how prominent the grays are and how much more they make certain things pop. They left them all black. I'm sure we'll get more versions of Snake Eyes. Like, they always give us more and more versions of Snake Eyes. He does have a new gun, so I'm going to pop that gun out. And for some reason, it's got a hole in it. Oh, it's got a hole in it because it has a like little piece there you can plop the other gun in. And actually what I'm sure that is that other gun goes in the holster, and then you can put that one inside of it and hold it on the holster. Let's find out. Why should I be just talking about things when we can do it? So, did his first gun have a hole in it? No, his first gun is a completely different handgun than this one. So, let's see. That handgun goes in there, and that hole sticks out. You can then stick that gun in it. There you go. So that puts it on there. And then he has a hole still, so you can put another one in there, or you can put that on his back, and then put the sword in it. And there's a lot of little jumping around you can do. Here's the sheath. There is the saber. Now, Snake Eyes is seen with several different weapons. The version 2 came with a saber, and it has a larger tip at the top, more like it's a saber. Certain swords had this because it would give you a little more weight on the swing, and that's where it had come from. It's not a katana. This is not a katana that he comes with in this version. Snake Eyes has been seen with katanas and other ones, but when you have a sword with that tip, it becomes a saber until that tip gets too much, and then it becomes a battle axe, believe it or not. Like Voltron's flaming sword, not a sword. That's considered a battle axe. So, see if I can get this sword in his hand. It's not too hard, and it's a little warm, so if you ever have problems getting a weapon into somebody's hand, heat it up with the blow dryer, put it under some warm water, and then have chilled water ready. So once you have it in the warm water and it's soft and pliable, you can then put it to how you want it. Keep holding that new pose, then dip it into the ice water. The ice water will then lock it into that new position. Now you know something. So sword fits in his hand fine. We have his sheath. We do have a backpack. That backpack, again, same as the Hasbro Pulse, but it is all black comparatively to the like brown khaki version that we got with Hasbro Pulse. We have his little sword here, and knife, and it's not his normal knife that they talk about in the comics a lot, which is in the comics he gets a spike knuckled trench knife, which are actually illegal, but I don't think Snake Eyes cares. Trying to fit it in here, and it's not going in his holster. Sorry, guys. You know how that's one of the things I check. Make sure this stuff works. It is not fitting in his holster. Let's take a look at the Hasbro Pulse version. And same little knife. Let's try putting his knife in his holster. Maybe I just have a bad holster. Yeah, I just have a bad holster. It will not fully take the knife in there. So -1 point to regular release, +0.1 to the exclusive. Another issue I had with the exclusive was the fact that once you put the backpack in, it messes with his grenade harness. And let's see if that still is a problem, and it looks like it would be. You got to line those up on the back and then get that lined up. It's difficult, especially when you can't see. I can't see. Backpack goes up way too high, and it does mess up the grenade belt. So that's still kind of an issue I have. I don't want to put a backpack on them if that's going to happen. I take that off. I don't want to put the sheath on there unless I do the sheath below the harness, and then it works. So let's do the backpack below the harness. I just learned something new. There we go. You put the backpack beneath the harness. Pull the harness down, put the backpack in. Then there's another hole that you can put the gun or the sheath on, and then that sticks on his back. Still, it sticks out kind of weird. However, it's fine. If you want to, I wouldn't normally put it on there. I'd probably keep his backpack off. Interesting notes about this helmet. It has like a ridge around the bottom and a spike. Same head, same head. But what if you wanted to make it a different version? Like you've already got that one, and then you got this one, and you don't want them to be exactly the same. I went online and found optional heads that people make for Snake Eyes specifically. So let's pop his head off. Comes off easy. And I'm going to put on his 82 head. And I did like gloss the goggles just a bit. That's the only thing I did to it. And popped on. Oh, it looks nice. Oh, man. Yeah. You pop that new head on there and you get an entire new Snake Eyes. He's so much new Snake Eyes that I'm going to steal the Uzi from that Snake Eyes, give it to this one, and give him the modern gun to this one, because this is your classic kind of Snake Eyes figure. Absolutely. Yeah. This gun comes off, goes over here. I'm taking your gun out. I'm going to take your sword out. Sorry. And put that Uzi. This is going to be good. And sorry, there's a little finger there that's just not wanting to. There we go. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, there we go. That's good. That's what we wanted. So superb. A couple little changes, and you now have an 82 Snake Eyes, and you've got a modern Warfare Snake Eyes. That's what I want to call this, the Hasbro Pulse version. We'll give him the new gun. Doesn't fit in his hand very well. New gun does not fit in his hand very well. It's a little loose. So there's quite a bit of differences. This, obviously, the Hasbro Pulse version we got a while ago. We had to really wait to get this new version. However, now I've got two Snake Eyes. You can never have enough Snake Eyes. There's a lot of Snake Eyes. They've really made a lot of Snake Eyes. I see a note, where can I get those alternate head sculpts? I will look it up. The guys are here on Facebook. I will find the link and put it in here, because you want this. I mean, this is fantastic. I'm sure they'll give this to us later, but for right now, if you already have a Hasbro Pulse, you can make this one. And then he's got a couple other heads too. That's the Hasbro. There's a regular, like version 2, that doesn't have all the little grill work on it, like the Hasbro Pulse. However, I bought both heads just because I really wanted to have a 1982 type Snake Eyes. So my results on mine are great. Only issue I'm having is that the new gun doesn't fit in his hand very well. It's a little loose. And I cannot get my knife to fit into his holster. I will take a look at that holster and see what's, maybe something's in there, or I just have a bad holster. You never know. It is an all black one, which makes him very even extra ninja. Is that a thing? Like, can you be ninja and then extra ninja? It's just a superb figure. It's amazing to have these kind of 6-inch figures. I did have this one for a long time just to give me something in that scale. And I was pushing for this scale a long time ago. Like, why aren't we making this? Hasbro held on to it forever until they finally decided to give us classified figures. And in fact, when the first notice of classified figures came out, I was like, no, they're not going to do it. I know for a fact they're not going to do it, because they've told the company I was working for no. And then they went ahead and did it. So there you go. Fantastic. Switch the gun over. This is your modern Snake Eyes, and this is your classic 82 Snake Eyes. And with that new head, and boom, I've got a growing G.I. Joe army. I want to thank everybody that showed up. Oh, I did figure out something. These the little tabletops are perfect for 6-inch figures. They are actually perfect for 6-inch figures. So get some of those for your G.I. Joe barracks so they can have some downtime, play a game of Galaga, Pac-Man, Space Invaders. Those are the 3 that are out right now. Yay! I will talk to you guys later. Remember, Toy Wizards, that's toy-wizards.com for daily toy news. And we're upping our game on our YouTube channel. We're going to have new creative content for that as well. I will talk to you all later. And until then, yo Joe! Ha ha!